There was a time in my life when I thought anger was proof that I still cared. I thought if I stayed mad long enough, if I replayed everything they did to me over and over, then somehow it would make sense. Maybe that's what betrayal does. It convinces you that holding on to the pain is the same thing as holding on to the lesson. And for a while, I carried it everywhere. The lies, the resentment, the conversations I wished had gone differently, the things I should have said, the things I wish I never said. I told myself I had every right to feel that way. Maybe I did. But eventually something strange happened. The people I spent years being angry at started disappearing. Some drifted away. Some lost themselves. Some never found their way back. And a few of them died. I wish I could tell you I handled that with grace. I didn't. When I was younger, there were moments where I wanted people to suffer the way I had suffered. Moments where I wanted life to be fair. Moments where I thought justice and revenge were the same thing. But when death finally entered the conversation, everything changed. Because reality is different than imagination. When someone is gone, the argument ends. The possibility ends. The future ends. There are no final words, no apology, no explanation, no moment where everyone suddenly understands each other, just silence. And I remember realizing something that terrified me. I never actually wanted this. Not really. I wanted answers. I wanted accountability. I wanted the hurt to stop, but I didn't want this. I think that's when I started understanding the difference between anger and grief. For years, I had treated them like the same thing. But they're not. Anger is loud. Grief is quiet. Anger points outward. Grief points inward. Anger tells you who to blame. Grief forces you to sit with what remains. And what remained was a weight I couldn't seem to put down. Not just because of them. Because of me. The choices I made. The people I influenced. The roads I walked down willingly. The moments I knew better and did it anyway. I spent a long time wondering if certain things were my fault. Wondering if different choices could have changed someone's story. Wondering if I should have done more, said more, been more. Maybe you've asked yourself those questions too. Maybe that's the cruelest part about surviving certain chapters of your life. You become a witness to versions of yourself you'd rather forget. And sometimes those versions are standing next to people who aren't here anymore. For a long time, I thought carrying that guilt was a form of respect. If I suffered enough, maybe it proved I hadn't forgotten. Maybe it proved I cared. Maybe it balanced the scales somehow. But guilt is a strange thing. Leave it alone long enough and it starts pretending to be responsibility. And one day I realized I was trying to carry things that didn't belong to me. Not because I didn't care, because no human being is strong enough to carry every outcome, every consequence, every life, every loss. That weight would crush anyone. So I started praying differently. Not for answers, not for explanations, not even for forgiveness, just honesty. And eventually I came to a realization that changed everything. God never asked me to carry them. He never asked me to carry every mistake, every regret, every person I couldn't save. He asked me to learn from it, to grow from it, to keep walking, to become someone capable of helping the people still standing in front of me. Maybe that's what redemption really is. Not pretending the past never happened, not escaping it, not outrunning it, but allowing it to transform you into someone better, someone softer, someone wiser, someone who understands how fragile people really are. I still think about them sometimes. I probably always will. Certain names, certain faces, certain memories, some beautiful, some painful, but I don't carry them the way I used to. Because I finally learned something. Love doesn't require you to suffer forever. Memory doesn't require punishment. And forgiveness isn't something God offers everyone else while somehow skipping over you. It's for you too. The people I lost, the people who hurt me, the people I hurt, the version of myself I barely recognize anymore. I place all of them in God's hands now, because I was never strong enough to carry them myself, and maybe that was the lesson all along.